The next day, Sora and Ivy were having lunch on a tree branch. Then Ivy noticed that Sora seemed taller and more energetic, despite having been weak before. She was curious about Sora's growth but was glad to see him healthy. In the forest, Ivy wanted to eat meat but couldn't cook it as it might attract monsters because of smell. When Sora's voice caught her attention, she saw he had finished all his potions, and she had none left. Unsure of what to do, Ivy found a dumping ground and began searching for useful items. She was excited to find a sack of old clothes, but Sora was upset because he wanted food. Ivy then found a box of potions and started sorting them by color: blue, red, and green. She gave Sora an expired blue potion, which he happily consumed. Sora also drank a red potion that cures illness, surprising Ivy. She offered him green and purple potions, but he refused them. Instead, Sora mixed blue and red potions to make purple and eagerly drank it. However, he refused the purple potion meant to remove curses. Ivy realized it wasn't about the color of the potions. After gathering everything, Ivy looked for a good spot. She found a raspberry plant and happily picked some. She tried to feed Sora, but he refused. At lunchtime, they had a nice meal, but Sora was only interested in the potions. Ivy panicked that Sora would devour everything, leaving nothing for tomorrow. At night, they lay on a tree branch and began telling a story to Sora that her mother used to tell her. Long ago, many mages predicted the future of how the world ends. They also said the only one who could save it was a kid who was born again from a different world, with super strong magic. It was a kind of magic nobody else had or knew about. Suddenly, she stopped her story and fell asleep. Sora woke her up, and she realized she fell asleep while telling the story. Then she saw Sora had eaten every red and blue potion and shouted, "Now what will she feed Sora all day?" After some time, Ivy set a trap to capture a mountain rat. When she pulled up the rope, she thought a rat was caught. To her surprise, a deadly venomous snake was captured instead. She remembered reading about this snake. One bite could kill her instantly. Scared but determined, she caught the snake using a large thick cloth. Holding it carefully, Ivy started heading toward the village, planning to sell the dangerous creature for a good price. While traveling, Sora sensed danger and started shaking to warn Ivy. Ivy got worried and went into the forest to check. She was shocked when she saw dead men and a horse, all covered in blood. It was too scary for young Ivy, so she ran away quickly. She kept running, feeling panicked, and accidentally ended up near the village. She knew she had to tell the village leader about what happened. When she got to the village, all she could think about was telling everyone about the scary thing she saw. That's when she noticed the big sign outside the town hall. Feeling scared, she went inside, wondering what would happen if someone discovered she was Ffsample. With her voice shaking, she said she saw a cart burning and people being attacked by monsters who didn't survive. This surprised everyone, and a man wearing armor walked up to Ivy with a serious expression, asking if she was sure that it was caused by monsters and not thieves. Ivy described how the horses were dead and the people had scratches on them. If it were thieves, they would have taken the horses instead of killing them. The knight understood the serious situation and ordered everyone to follow him. Before leaving, the knight said thank you to Ivy. He told her that if what she said was right, she'd get a reward. The receptionist said it's a prize for helpful info. They gave Ivy a paper and said to come back later. If what she said was right, she could get the prize by filling out the paper. Ivy said thank you nervously and went away. Next, she went to a meat store that the adventurer said was good for selling the snake. The owner checked it and said it was a very rare female snake. He offered her 3 silver coins for it. She was surprised because she wasn't good at math but realized that 1 silver coin was worth 10 mountain rats. While thinking, the owner asked if she wasn't happy with the money. She was actually just shocked and couldn't believe she got so much. He gave her 3 silver coins and said she could bring him more rare snakes if she finds them. She left the store happily, thinking she could buy meat with the money. She promised to find food for Sora. Then she went to a big spot where people throw away things in the village. There, she saw lots of old magic bags that were worn out. She happily gathered them. Meanwhile, Sora was happily drinking the potions in the surroundings. Ivy wanted to carry all the bags, but there were too many for her to carry. Then, she got an idea. She tried putting one magic bag into another, and it worked. But then when she tried to put that bag into another one, it didn't fit. After thinking hard, she figured out there were 4 kinds of magic bags. Some that couldn't fit into others, some where only one bag could fit inside another, some where 3 bags could fit, and some where 4 bags could fit into one. She managed to take all the bags, even though she didn't know what she'd do with them yet. After she took all the special bags, she picked up the magic drinks. Then she walked to the town. There, she saw lots of people and got scared. Pulling up her jacket, thinking they might put up her picture like they did in the last place. Suddenly, the knight called out to her, saying the information she gave helped everyone in the town. There was a big, mean monster getting ready to attack. They followed its big footprints and found out it was an ogre king. Everyone was getting together to find and hunt it. The knight warned Ivy not to leave the safety of the town because it was really dangerous outside. He said she could get her prize from the big building in the town hall. When Ivy got to the town hall, the person at the front desk asked if she had the form she gave earlier. Ivy said yes and started taking out all her magic bags one by one. She made a big pile of bags that surprised the person at the desk. But eventually, she found the form. In return, she got 1 silver tablet, which is like having 5 silver coins for giving information about 5 dead people, and 2 gold coins for information about ogres. Ivy was very surprised by this. She did some calculations in her head, thinking 1 silver tablet is worth 50 mountain rats, and 2 gold coins is equivalent to 200 mountain rats. So in total, she earned 250 mountain rats worth. She realized she got a lot of money, much more than she expected. The person at the desk warned her not to lose the money, and Ivy reluctantly took it. As Ivy walked away, she noticed people staring at her. She thought they knew she was Ffsample, but they were actually staring because she was carrying so many bags.